Aloha. I always start by saying aloha with these video podcasts because I'm actually coming to you from Maui, Hawaii. And obviously, you've tapped in today to check out what I mean about volume. And this is actually just a little quick check in just to see how your homework assignments are going. And if you're checking in for the first time, I'm doing a video series that I highly recommend that you start from the beginning just to catch up with us because this is just a little video catch up. And what I want to catch up on is what I talked about volume with your values created by your intentions that you want to see for your goals for 2013. Um, so let's check in. Let's see what you've done so far. Did you see by carrying your journal and seeing the circumstances that happened in your life and writing down the three values that you created, are the values bumping up against your circumstances, or are they aligning with your circumstances? And is it taking you to the next destination? And what I'd like to talk about too with this video is once you see that, where do we go from there? As I mentioned before in the previous podcast, our values are like the markers in our road on life. To follow our career, to follow our passion of what we love to do, to follow anything that we want to do in our life. And where does it take you? And what bumps up against that to make us remind us what we really truly love to do and what we don't get drained from what we don't do because it might be going against our values. So what I'd like to do is give another exercise. I know this is just a quick check-in, but I thought about this and thought, well, okay, I'm having you look at your values now. I'm sure things are coming up for you. And it might even feel a little draining. So in my next video, I'll be talking about how we can fill our cup up and what a percentage of our life is when we combine ourselves with our values. And what is that? How do you divide all that into what's going on and what you're experiencing now? I'm sure things are coming up. Again, you are more than welcome to share on my email that's listed below. That's correct. That's connected to my Life Creations Education's website, to my profile. And let's have a conversation. You can also get to me on my blog, of course. You can get to me on Facebook. There's a number of links down there that you can choose to share with me. I'm a coach. I'm a life coach and a business coach with Life Creations Education. And let's have an open discussion on what you guys are finding on what's going on with your life, with these values, with the circumstances happening now, and what we are putting out there in the action now to have the reaction and what's coming up. So what I'd like to do is, if you can grab a sheet of paper or put me on pause, and grab a sheet of paper or a pencil or a pen. And what I would like is for you to draw a glass or a goblet or a wine glass, whatever visual of a glass is to you when it comes to your life. You've heard the old saying, my glass is empty, or my cup runneth over. Well, that analogy has been used for thousands and thousands and thousands of years, I think since the first glass was ever designed. So let's get that glass. Let's draw that glass, because what we're going to do is we're going to look at what, with all the volume of values that you looked at from our last video. And as I say again, if you're tapping on right now, we're focusing on our values, what our values are, because they're the foundation to where we want to go with our intentions and to reach our goals for the new year. So, okay, what I did on a piece of paper is I drew my little glass, and I also drew what's going on. So right now my glass is about this full. It's pretty good. And if I had to put a percentage on it, I would say that that was probably about 75% full. So, in that 75% that I have on the glass, what is yours? So go ahead, draw that glass out, whatever that is. For me, it's a goblet. That's the best version of a goblet that I can get from that. But anyways, it's a goblet. So, and in my goblet, I visualize it all the way up to 75% full. So in your glass, your goblet, whatever it is, fill that glass up to where you think your life is at. Is it 75%? Is it 80%? Is it 100%? Or is it about 10%? Is there anything in there? That's what I want you to focus on, because I want you to see exactly what is in that glass. Because that's your percentage of what the volume is out of what you've created. The volume that also is you and your values that fills up that glass. And if there is nothing in that glass, how can we fill it up? Or if the glass is running over, then how are we aware that it's running over? Where is it going to? Do I need to get another glass? Is it an endless supply of this running over with the intentions that you're setting forth for this year, for this new year? So think about that. And once again, I love to assign homework. I'm a coach with Life Creations Education. I'm a life coach and business coach. So I love for my students to carry their journals with them wherever they go, be it work, home, in the car. But carry that journal and carry that glass. And throughout this next week, until we tap into the following week where I'll have a new video placed, we'll talk about where that glass is for you. And share with me below where that glass is. As I say, there's many links below this video. And write in the comments section. I would love to hear from you. I would love to have a conversation going about how full their glasses are this week. And then we'll tap into the following week and we'll talk about that. Okay. Anyways, I hope the glasses get very full. And if they're not full, share with me why they're not full. And once again, with aloha, I'll be looking forward to talking to you next week.